Hello, Lou Hamilton of Audible Elegance, Cincinnati, Ohio. Once again, I'm filming from home here in Virginia. Our website is audibleelegance.com, and we have a monthly blog on there, as well as an orphanage and a new and used section, so take a look at those. Some of the items also show up on eBay, where we sell consignment goods. I thought I would address those people who are considering building a new home and the foibles that can go on. For the most part now, builders have eliminated independent dealers from the option of pre-wiring homes. They like to do it themselves and charge ridiculous sums of money per room. And we've seen them using stuff even as simple as a bell wire, a speaker wire. And so after you have like 60 or 75 foot runs of that and somebody wants to put a good set of speakers on them, we basically say it's a waste of time because of what's happened already in the delivery system. But if you do have the chance to do your own wiring, or someone does the wiring for you, there's a couple things to watch out for. Number one is if their goal is to have the wire coming out of the wall and to the speaker, oftentimes they're going to leave a length of wire out to accomplish that. And they're not going to have speaker plates on the wall and connections and that sort of thing. Well, at two different stages, your dream approach of wiring can get totally decimated. One group are the electricians, the other group are the drywallers. And I can't speak as to why they do it. I'm certainly not going to say they have evil intent, but both groups are notorious for making life simple for themselves and simply cutting off the wire at the wall. This is particularly true of drywallers because it makes them work a little harder. And then you wound up having to do speaker plates and connections, and if they've cut it too short, that length of wire that's there at the wall, in fact, can't even be used at all. We've had that a couple times. So if you're going to have wire that comes from the wall, and this can actually be true for video cables as well, because routing those in the ceiling is kind of a one-way ticket, make sure you put a label on it that says "Do not cut," and hope for the best. Certainly, I would watch what's happening as they do things if you can. So that's what goes on as far as leaving the speaker wire out. Now, I bring up the electricians because they usually don't monkey around with speaker wire coming out of the walls. Occasionally they do, particularly if an inspector says you got to cut this, and they'll just cut it. Even though it's low voltage and has nothing to do with it. Is what happens in the runs before the drywall comes up of your speaker wire or interconnects or any number of things. And on more than one occasion, we've had situations where we've drilled the holes in the floor joist to run our speaker lines, making sure that it stays away from electrical lines, or if it's near it, crossing at 90 degrees, only to find out that the electrician, after the fact, is asked to do electric someplace else, and he finds our holes very convenient. And so he proceeds to run his 110 volt lines right on top of our speaker lead or on top of our interconnect leads, which if we don't catch by the time the drywall goes up, is unquestionably going to result in a constant hum in the system. And since it's buried under drywall, you're absolutely at a loss as to where this hum is coming from. And sometimes the only thing you can do is pull one speaker lead or one interconnect at a time to try to figure out what line or what speaker lead has been contaminated by an electrician using your holes to run his electric through it. And so you got to watch out for that one. I actually saw a project done by somebody who was really doing a massive network installation, and in order to put the wire in, they actually had to, I call it channel or dig into the concrete in order to lay their line in there to get it down to another environment. And of all things, it was deep enough that in some situations the electrician put his 220 line right on top of it. So I can only imagine what type of network results they were getting from that. So again, you got to watch what's going in. Preferably, your wiring is the last, but if you're the first or the middle, go back and look at it, inspect it before the drywall goes up. And don't be surprised if not on occasion they haven't cut your lead in half so they can run something they want through it. Plumbers will do that because it's in their way. So take a look at your wiring before the drywall goes up, and hopefully none of this happens to you. Thank you.